What is going on, everybody? Sean Dudley here, Dudley Delivers, and guess what day it is? It's Friday. You know what that means. It's time for another Focus Fridays where the focus is on you, my customers. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm actually right now at the Orleans in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here for the weekend, taking a little vacay time, actually checking out the Olympia. So it's kind of cool, get to hang out and do something I always wanted to do. Got a busy slate today. It's time for the expo, so wanted to jump in, even though I am on vacation, still got to put some content out for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Hit like, hit subscribe, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Give me some ideas because I am open to whatever you guys may want to see, as long as it makes sense. But yeah, for real, I got a couple things that I'm working on too, so you guys might like it. Take another little look into who I am, what I am, things that I do. So it's pretty cool. But moving on with this, we got 7 or 8 people this week. And the reason why we have 8, I had a busy week, but I also only sold 1 car last week. So I want to kind of just put it all together in one little ball for you. So if you know from before when I did 7, it was a pretty long video, a lot of editing, but whatever, we're going to get it done. So again, let's jump into this. Looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Let's go. All right, so first up, we have Rebecca McNeil. Now, Rebecca came to us. She was actually referred into us from a state trooper that we actually taken care of prior. He bought a truck off of us. They actually came in, her and her husband, Chris. They were looking at a Wrangler for her. She always wanted one of the bikini blue Wranglers. It was a specific one that we had in inventory. It was the Sahara. So when she came through, I saw them out on the lot, went over, greeted them, got to talk to them. Turns out that they actually know, they work together and are very good friends with another state trooper that is a customer of mine that recently placed an order for Rubicon. And it's kind of funny. He was there, I think, the day before they got there, placed his order. And then they showed up, and then we just got to talking, and turns out they knew each other. So it was kind of cool. She was really interested. We put the numbers together, liked what we had to offer, and they ran out of time, so we just put them out in the Jeep over the weekend so nobody would come in and pick it up. And it was a good thing that we did, because 3 people came in looking for that Jeep or trying to purchase that Jeep. And she came in, wrapped up on Monday, signed the paperwork, no questions asked, already had everything ready to be moved over, and was super excited, super stoked to get into her brand new Wrangler. Another satisfied customer. Next up, Zachary Dryden. Zachary has been a customer of mine. He purchased a Challenger off of me about a year or 2 ago. Then he brought his girlfriend girlfriend or fiance, I can't remember, in to try and purchase a Jeep off of me, but numbers just were too far apart. Then his parents came in and purchased off of another one of our salesmen on the floor. So it's kind of cool. He's definitely been a customer of ours for quite some time. The whole family has. And Zach's a funny dude. So when he bought his Challenger off me the last time, he actually just started a job. He was like struggling to make the decision whether he wanted to pull the trigger or not, because he knew his pay was going to be increasing, but it hadn't yet because he just started the job. Fast forward to now, he saw that they were doing the Power Days promotion. So that was a big thing for him, and he wanted to just take a chance and see what could happen. So I put him into this beautiful 2019 1320 Scat Pack and the B5 Blue, and he told me the only reason that the wifey was going for the upgrade was because it was the color. Talked to him afterwards. He said that once she got into it, she fell in love with it. He's in love with it. It was already tinted out. Pretty cool to be able to help him for a second time. He said this is it for now. He's not going to be back for a while, but we'll see. You never know with him. Another satisfied customer. All right, next is this is Janine Burch. So Janine and her husband, Bill, were out on the lot, and I happened to see this Jeep just parked out there. I was inside just up on the sales tower, and they were just out there with nobody helping them. So I walked out. They kind of scurried to get to the Jeep to get away, but it was okay. People do that sometimes, like, oh no, a sales guy's coming, let's run. But anyway, they were there. They were looking at Grand Cherokees, and they were specifically looking at the Summit. Told me that they were just at another dealership looking at an Overland, and they were looking at the 0 for 72%, but unfortunately this vehicle did not qualify for it because it was a leftover 18. They asked what the best deal we could do on the one that we had. Turns out it was not just a Summit, it was a demo. It was the owner's mom's demo, and we had it discounted for the demo, plus you had 0% for 72 months. We came together with numbers, thought we were a little far apart, but then there was a trade that wasn't factored in. Put together with the trade, everything came out to be within dollars of where his calculations were. So he's like, we got to go get the kids. I got to take her to work. What do you want to do? Told him, take it, take her, figure out what he wants to do. And he said, all right, the longer I'm gone, the better it is for you. Well, he wasn't gone that long. So I was like, oh no. But when he came back, he didn't come in right away. So he literally sat out front of the dealership for a while, crunched some numbers just to make sure everything was fine-tuned, and they left with a brand new vehicle. They loved their Summit, saw them afterwards, said the vehicle's everything they were looking for. So another satisfied customer. All right, next up, Zach Barron. So this guy cool. Zach and his wife came in, they purchased a Grand Cherokee off me last year. It was a Grand Cherokee Limited, and then after only having it for a few months, some moron decided to get into an accident with his wife and totaled the Jeep. So Zach had contacted me saying that they were interested in getting into another Grand Cherokee, worked the numbers, and she kind of changed directions, went with the Volvo. But Zach contacted me a couple months later saying he was interested in getting into a Grand Cherokee. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. He was currently in a Ford F-150 lease. Told him that we can figure it out, it's not a problem, but the numbers just weren't matching up. We tried, I think, 3 times on the Grand Cherokee, and he said, you know what, I'm going to hold off until Labor Day. Well, a couple weeks before Labor Day, he contacts me, says he was riding around in his friend's Ram, and he's off the Grand Cherokee, wants one of the brand new Rams. Well, I was like, let's see what we got. Worked some preliminary numbers. He liked what he heard. Told him I needed him to get in with the trade. Brought his truck in, did the appraisal. Everything lined up exactly where we needed to be. I think we were like a couple dollars off, but some moving of money here and there, we were able to get there. And it's an easy deal to put somebody that you've already worked together into a deal. Same thing with Zach Dryden. It's people know exactly what they're getting when they come to me, and it was easy peasy. Zach was happy, drove off in this beautiful 2019 Laramie, and it's exactly what he wanted. So another satisfied customer. All right, next up, oh man, we have Jesse Brandemardo. The reason I'm laughing about this, this is not something that typically happens. This deal took a month to wrap up. Jesse came in the end of July. Jesse put $7,000 down on this Durango. This Durango had an opportunity to be sold about 7 or 8 times. That's why we do not take deposits. After phone call, after phone call, after phone call, after phone call, and text message, for a month. Actually, it might have been even longer than a month of trying to get Jesse back in to wrap everything up. He finally came in. Now, there's a reason why it took that long. Jesse is he's in business for himself. He has a steel business, and he is all over the East Coast working. So it was just trying to wrangle him together, get him in, and then we finally did. And then the numbers changed, and it started to look bad. Oh man, after all that time, it sounded like Jesse was getting ready to walk away from the deal. Somehow, some way, we were able to put everything together exactly how it needed to be, so it made sense for him. Still crazy how long it took, and that we were actually about to lose the deal at the end of the day. But the end result, Jesse drove home in his brand new Dodge Durango RT blacktop for his wife, and we were all said and done. He's happy, I'm happy, another satisfied customer. I have Amanda Hopkins. So Amanda and her husband came in. Donald has been at our dealership. He's bought multiple vehicles from us, but they were looking to upgrade hers. She was in a Chevy Cruze, and they had, I think they said they had another baby on the way. I can't remember. But their family had expanded, and they were looking. Oh no, they just had a baby. I'm sorry. Family had just expanded, and they were looking to get a bigger vehicle for them. So they had their eyes set on the Durangos, looking at some pretty high-end ones. We were on a Citadel. We were on actually two Citadels. They looked at the SRT. It was just trying to get into the price point and getting to that monthly payment they were trying to get at. And yeah, it was actually pretty hard because it was just negotiating. Donald wanted more of a discount on a unit we literally just got into inventory, and it just wasn't happening. We weren't budging, so we almost lost it. Then we switched them over to, I think we switched them to a different one. It just made sense, and they ended up leaving in this beautiful certified pre-owned 2018 Dodge Durango. So at the end of the day, we got it done. They were happy, we're happy, everybody's happy. So yeah, got it done, and another satisfied customer. Then we have, finally, Brittany and Brian Chan. Now, this is kind of cool. Brittany and Brian actually came to me back in December of last year. Once again, I love having my customers come back to me after I've seen them before. It was a difficult situation, but it wasn't too difficult. In December, we were a little far away on payment. We were there, but we weren't where they wanted to be. Just weren't ready to pull the trigger yet. And then I love when this happens. It's kind of cool. I'll be out on a test drive. I was actually working with another customer at the time, and I came back in, and there was people at my desk, and it was Brittany and Brian. They had actually come back to me. I actually went to school and played soccer with Brittany's brother, Brian. So we instantly had that connection the first time, but they did tell me they would be back, and they did not lie. They had a Jeep Patriot that she was trying to get out of, and she wanted a Durango or Wrangler. They knew exactly what they wanted to be at, had to be under 30 grand. Fortunately, we had a Durango on the lot that they fell in love with. She absolutely loved it. None of our Wranglers were in the price point. And since they were last year, Brian's situation changed. He got a different job, was doing much better for himself, and kind of changed their budget from the first time. All in all, everything worked out. Numbers came back exactly where they wanted to be. They left super duper happy, super duper thankful. And I really like these guys. They were such a happy couple. And again, I love when my customers want to come back to me and give me a second chance. It's something that's very important to me. It just goes to show how hard I will try to get things done the first time if they're coming back. Let's see, December to September. Yeah, that's a lot of months. I can't do math right now, I'm so tired. Anyway, once again, another satisfied customer. All right, guys, that does it. That is it. That is this week's edition of Focus Fridays. Definitely come check me out next week, see what I got. I have some interesting stuff I'm going to be working on. Since I had a week off from work, I don't have any customers to show you, but I'm going to be working on something else. Definitely trying to put some more content out there for you. Again, hit like, hit subscribe, drop some comments. Let me know what you think. Tune in to the channel, see what's going on. Turn on your notifications. Those are important. That way you know when I'm actually posting something. You get a nice little alert. iPhone posts something up, or Android does too, whatever. But yeah, let me get out of here because I gotta get ready for the expo. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, 856-467-2200. Happy to help. If you know anybody that's in the market for a vehicle, their story sounds something similar to what I just said, or you just want to see if it's something I can do. I take care of you, you take care of me. I appreciate it. Love you all. God bless.